What's up, guys and gals? Super freaking stoked right now. As you can see, my EXO K4 pack is here. I went with the 3600. The pack I've been using the last 5 years, it was the K2 3500, and I felt like that was plenty big enough for multiple day hunts. I've never gone on any extravagant, 5+ days living off my backpack or hunting off my backpack. So that's why I felt like it wasn't necessary to go to their larger size. So this is the pack that I ordered, the size that I ordered based on my experience with the previous K2 pack I was using. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick first glance review and first impression. Obviously, if you're looking this up, I'm sure you've watched a ton of videos. EXO already released their ordering platform on their website, so you can start ordering this. I've actually had my pack now for a couple weeks. I ordered mine, or I should say I pre-ordered mine, Sportsman Show. I haven't used it out at all. I wanted to keep it intact exactly how it showed up in the box. Here's the box right here. And I actually went on a hunt, shed hunt, and although it was almost impossible for me to talk myself out of using this pack, I actually didn't use it. I used a really old pack I still have and use here and there, but because I just wanted to give you guys a true look on what the pack looks like when you pull it out of the box. The only thing you guys might notice is I already attached my hip belt pouch, and I'll walk you through that here in a little bit. But so the accessories you get, they don't come already installed on your pack. I just installed this myself. So really quick, allow me to pull my notes. So for sizing, right, if you're looking at getting ready to pull the trigger on investing in an EXO pack, which I highly recommend, by the way, obviously you need to know what size you need to get. Mine is, so like I said, the pack size is a 3600, but as far as the frame goes and the hip belt, I went with the small hip belt and the frame 26.5-inch frame. And just so you guys can kind of compare it maybe to the size you might need, I'm 5'10", 160 pounds. My pant size is 32. So my waist is 32, and I went with a small hip belt. Okay, so hopefully that will help you guys out a little bit with that. With frames, they have a bunch of different sizes you can go with depending on how high your torso is, or how tall or how short your torso is, and of course on your hip, the hip belt depending on your hip size, right? They did add more hip size belts with this new pack compared to the K3, and I'm really sorry I didn't have the K3. A lot of my buddies have the K3, and I'm not like super familiar with it, but I do know that there's a lot more sizes in the K4, so you can really customize your sizing for your body type. Regardless of the frame or hip belt, of course, the pack sizes, they're all the same depending on which size you go with. Okay, but the frame is the part that you can really customize. Right out of the gate, right, the part that I was a little freaked out about, just because I'm not familiar with it and I've never used it, and obviously the K2 that I've used and the K3, really, they don't have this MOLLE system, right? So now any accessories that you currently have for your pack, if it's not a MOLLE system, then you'll have to get creative on what to use, right? Or you might have to upgrade your accessories, and of course, or you can just get the ones from EXO. But if you already have some accessories that you want to use and not get rid of, there might be ways to order like MOLLE kits, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit what I did for my gun holster. Or you just have to pull the trigger on a MOLLE compatible accessories. Right right when I ordered this, I ordered one hip belt just the other day, since they released their website where you could order everything off their website. I actually went ahead and I got 2 stash pocket. That's what I had previously with my K2, and I felt like it worked really good. I used 1 stash pocket for my kill kit, and then another stash pocket for like my batteries, first aid kit, fire starter, all that fun stuff. And I don't know, I might get another stash pocket, but I felt like 2 were plenty. And the other thing that I did get, I was kind of contemplating if I should get it or not, is the Nalgene bottle. And that's what this angled Molly webbing is right here. It's on both sides actually. Is if you've seen any of their videos, they have like a specially made Nalgene bottle holder, and it's just grippy enough to where it doesn't slip out when you bend over or you grab something or you're putting your backpack on. It doesn't just fly out of there. And I was contemplating on getting it or not, but honestly, over the years, I don't use my bladder system very much anymore unless I go on a long extensive hunt. So I always catch myself just throwing a 1 liter bottle of water. So I felt like the Nalgene was a good move. Okay, more on the Molly setup. So one concern I have, and I need to figure out, I might be able to get by with it, is my Peak Design camera clip. If you guys are familiar with it, packing a camera around, there's some other brands too and some off brands, but Peak Design is a clip that you put on your backpack, on your shoulder strap, and it has a quick release button so you can attach your camera and have it super accessible. And you might see a lot of the guys out there that are like film their hunts, they use Peak Design. So with that, there's not really a way of using that clip on your Molly webbing. So you have to get creative on where it's going to work on your pack exactly. I think I might be able to squeeze mine right just below the chest clip right here. And if I remember right, last year, even with my old pack, I think I had it lower because I was still able to draw my bow, and actually that's how I shot my bull last year. Everything happened so fast I didn't have time to take my camera out, and I was still able to draw my bow back and shoot my bull with my camera on me. Where I've ran into issues before when I had my camera like too high up and I drew my bow back, my mic and everything was getting in the way of my bowstring. The other thing with the Molly is gun holsters, right? I have a Black Hawk gun holster that I absolutely love with the quick button, but I went ahead, before I was gonna spend, you know, over $100 on a new gun holster that's compatible with Molly, I went ahead and went online and bought this Molly kit, I should say, and I think it will work. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is the hip belt obviously takes the contour of your hip, and this thing is completely flat, and it might stretch the crap out of my Molly webbing, and that's why I've been kind of hesitant if I should use it or not, because the further to the center I put this, the more bend this will have around my hip, and I don't think it will work really good with this. But I figured, hey, I'll rather spend $8, see if it works. If not, like, hey, I tried it, it doesn't work, I'll have to invest in a better holster that's compatible with Molly. And I know EXO works with the company specifically that does a holster for the EXO packs. But so those two things were kind of my concerns, right? Is tying in with the concerns for attachments on your pack that you currently have. So my Peak Design camera clip, my gun holster, and for the rest of you hunters out there, you know, if you have any other accessories like an enriched mini holder or a phone holder on your pack or anything like that, it might not be compatible with the MOLLE webbing, and you'll have to get kind of creative. Hip belt pouch, like I said, with the MOLLE, these are just these little straps on the back where you weave them through the MOLLE webbing on your pack, either on your left or right side of your hip belt, and it's extremely simple. I don't know if you guys can see it. So basically, you just feed these through the webbing. So first things first, you start on the very top and then pull it out through the very next slit. So don't weave it all the way to the bottom one. Just go through the top and out to first or the very second. Do the same with the next one. Just like that. See that? So through the top and out the very next one, and then you do the same down here. You go through the second to last and come out through the last slit. Okay? Through the second to last and out the very last. Bam. Do the same with the other one. I mean, it's so simple, it's crazy. And now that these are through, so through the top, out the second, through the third, and out the fourth, and then this is kind of a really hard plasticky material underneath this webbing, so you can bend it a little bit, but bend it and put it back through the very bottom slit of your pouch. So right there. So try to bend it and put it through that bottom part. Do the same with the other one. You kind of have to guide it a little bit, right? And that's it, you guys. Bam. And this thing is so secure on there, it's insane. Compared to the older models where it had that Velcro deal and you're trying to like pull on the zippers and it was kind of moving all over the place, this is a complete game changer. Absolute game changer. So that's how you put an EXO attachment using the MOLLE system. A couple of things that comes in the box when you order it. Well, I should say the box is labeled EXO, so when you order your pack, just be conscious if it's gonna sit on your porch while you're at work or all that stuff. The box is branded EXO, and I know right now it's really big on people stealing packages off of porches and by your front door. So just be cautious when you are ordering it. I actually had mine shipped to my work, so I know that, you know, someone was there receiving it. A couple things that comes with your backpack. Of course, a quick card on the pack itself, the packaging slip. If you've ordered a pack before, they always include one of their stickers. And then I thought this was really cool, since mine was a pre-ordered backpack. There was no videos on EXO or anyone really on how everything works. You know, like I try to figure out on my own how to do the hip pouch, how to attach the MOLLE system, and I couldn't figure out. And really it's super simple, but it helps when you watch a video. So with that, they include this sheet with this QRC code here, and you scan it and it takes you to a platform of their website that you normally can't access, where it has videos on how to set up your pack. and they walk you through it. The other thing that they include with your pack is a set of locking clips where, you know, like for instance with these right here, right? Like you can tighten or loosen these locking clips. You have to push on a thumb lock to be able to run the webbing through it, and once you release that thumb lock, that webbing will not slip or anything like that. And the guys at EXO, basically they were saying like, hey, you could have that on your pack when you're packing a super heavy load, right? And you don't want your webbing to slip through your current or your regular clips. You could put these on the spot there, or equip your backpack with those so your load stays more secure. I thought that was pretty cool. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to throw this on right away, but as I get to know my pack a little bit better, I might just throw them on there just to have, and then if I think they're necessary to attach them to some of the other areas of the pack, then I'll go ahead and order some more off their website. But this is, to me, this was very impressive, just showing how awesome EXO is and how they're really thinking ahead and looking through the consumer eyes and saying like, hey, we need to make this as easy as possible for everyone to set up their pack. So this is awesome. Really, really thoughtful for them to do that. One other thing right out of the gate that I've noticed, and there's actually a video where Steve, I think, talks about, is the lumbar pad. So on these packs, they're really thick, and they're extremely dense. It's really hard foam. And I noticed that right away. When I put it on, I was like, ooh man, that definitely feels, like you can feel it. It's there. But what Steve was saying is, as you wear it, that pad kind of breaks in and it customizes to like the shape of your back, of your lower back. So over time it does get more comfortable. And of course, like once you put some weight in there and there's more weight pushing against that pad, I think it'll be more comfortable. Like when I tried it on at the Sportsman show, I didn't even like feel it, but there was, I think, 58 pounds or something like that in the pack. But so just the heads up, when you do order these, the lower lumbar pad is extremely thick and hard. But like I said, they say that it's gonna break in, it's gonna customize to the shape of your back, and over time it should be more comfortable. But Steve did say like, hey, if it's uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right to you, you guys can reach out to them and they'll send you a different, a softer pad. So again, that's EXO being EXO and really looking out for their customers and working with everyone. But you guys, I'm so impressed, and I've been impressed with them since my first pack, the K2. My buddies with the K3 absolutely love it. The K4, I was just so jacked when I heard that they're coming out with the K4. And even for you guys, like what I did, these packs are extremely expensive, right, as you know. And what I did, even though I would have loved to save my old one, I went ahead and sold it to a gentleman here locally and got a screaming deal, you know, paid half the price what I paid for it. But that helped me make this pack more affordable. And if you look online or on Facebook Classifieds or any other platforms out there, there's a lot of guys with the same mentality selling their older packs, and then they're you know, so they can get some money towards their new pack. I mean, if you're in the market for a new pack, man, I can't recommend these guys enough. They're awesome. The packs are awesome, and I just can't wait to get out there and put this bad boy to use. You know, right now shed season is really getting into where most of the elk are dropping. I know it's really weird. I've seen some deer still packing, and we're in first part of April, which is bizarre. So I think the deer are holding on to them a little bit longer. Hopefully the elk, they're dropping at their normal time. But anyway, so I got some shed hunts coming up. Turkey season is around the corner. So, and then of course, then we're gonna start getting into bow season and then rifle season if we can get some tags. So anyways, thanks for checking out the video. You guys, I can't thank you all enough for supporting the channel. You know, it's I would have never thought that we would be at 600 subscribers, which, you know, to some of you, comparing to other channels, it's like, well, that's not that much. To me, I think that's so cool. You know, 600 people enjoyed our videos or felt that our videos were useful and or helpful in one way or another, and they subscribed to it. That's just awesome. Really cool. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. And if this is the first time watching one of our videos, hey, go to our channel and check out some other ones. We have other gear review. We talk about boots. We talk about tripods. You know, obviously backpacks, and all of our shed hunts and rifle hunts and bow hunts and all that stuff is on there. So again, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit that bell so you're notified when we post a new video. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.